Let's do some fall decorating. Hey sweet friends, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today we're gonna dive into some fall decorating. In the last video, I tackled going through all of my fall bins and pulling out everything that I wanted to use in my fall decor. So I'm really happy that I have everything laid out here. So now I don't have to go through each bin individually and dig through. I have everything laid out here. It's a little bit of a hot mess, but today we're going to tackle this and get it all cleared out, find a home for all of this decor. So we're gonna do a little decorating. Now, a few of these things I'm saving for the porch and even my bedroom. So that I'm gonna put in a bin and have that tucked away so when I'm ready to go outside and do the porch, it's ready to go. But at least now I know that I don't have to go through each bin individually and kind of find everything. I have it all right here, so it's gonna be lots of fun to do a little bit of fall decorating, and I cannot wait to take you along. So grab yourself a coffee or tea and let's get started. I love decorating for fall, and I wanted to begin here in the living room with this beautiful wreath that I got last year. I had it hung here last year and I knew I wanted to hang it here again this year. It's so pretty, but this year I'm going for a very simplified look. Less is more, keeping most of my everyday decor out, like this beautiful primitive sign that I made, keeping everything here, just adding little touches. But what I love to add are some candles to make it smell like fall. I love these candles, you guys. They are the best candles. I'll actually link it in the video description as well as the coupon code if you want to grab some great fall candles. And again, keeping everything very simple. And now I'm moving over here to the other side of my living room, taking out some of these dried flowers that have seen better days and using these beautiful fall stems that I've had for years. And I just wish I actually had more because they're so pretty. And there's something about fall stems in a galvanized bucket, or any stems in a galvanized bucket, that are, it's just so pretty. But these look so pretty. So I have a smaller little vase in there to kind of hold the stems in because I don't want to trim these. And I am bringing out those brown pumpkins. I knew I was unsure about the brown pumpkins, but I'm actually going that way. Sometimes I feel like maybe I need to reinvent the wheel, but I don't. I know what works in my home. I also love finding some TV art on YouTube, and there's such a great variety here. So I couldn't decide which one I wanted, but today I'm in the mood for, even though I'm not doing much of the Halloween, but those ghosties are so cute, aren't they? So I'll link this one too if you're looking for some cute little TV art. So I'm setting the scene there with our TV. And then here underneath the TV, I have this dough bowl that I keep here all the time. And again, very simplified look. I just have this garland that I've had, again, using everything that I've had, and I'm just fluffing it out, adding more of those brown pumpkins. Can you believe it? Those brown pumpkins that I was unsure if are going to be all over the place. And then adding some gourds into the basket. Again, simplified look, less is more, but just bringing in all of the coziness of fall. I have this crate here behind this sofa, and I'm just going to add some faux pumpkins in it. Now, I did have my rocking horse here that I love, but my kids were not big fans of it, and I want them to just love and feel so welcomed in the living room too. So I want to make this a welcoming space for them too. So I did relocate the rocking horse. There's one of our cats, that's Gumball. He's helping me decorate too. And then in this basket that here on the ground that I have here all the time, I'm just changing it out to some fall stems, and I'm just using some dried florals that I'm just adding in the basket. I was going to grab some sticks from the yard, but I decided to do that. Now, I'm also changing these portraits. I love, love, love these portraits, you know that. But again, just wanting to have it all blend in the space. So I'm bringing these back that I've had, again, for years. They were in my basement. So just bringing that back, shopping my home, and using things that I already have, and just a few simple, subtle touches of fall. Just make the home feel so cozy. The pillows I've had for over a year, and I just love using those. You've seen them in my home for all the seasons. I always use these, and they're perfect for fall too. And this is how my living room is decked out for fall. I'll probably add a few more things, but what I love to do is shop my home first, and then I can see what I want to add. And like I mentioned before, just maybe a few new throw blankets or something like that. But again, just going for a very simple, subtle fall look here in my living room. Moving into the kitchen, here's that pumpkin cloche that I showed you in the previous video. I'm going to set it here on the table, which I did switch a little bit from what I showed you in the previous video too, just going for, again, a very simplified look. I just love that subtle color for fall too, and I was trying to change it up a little bit, but I just know what I like in my home. Now I'm also changing up the shelving area that I have, which used to be above my coffee bar, but I still love this open shelving. Now sometimes I do this at some like odd hours, like, you know, early in the morning or late at night, and I don't film it, but I'm like, I was determined to film this, but I also really didn't know what I wanted to do with this space other than the fact that I wanted to bring back my Fall Scrap Heritage collection. So I'm just taking you along as I kind of play around with my pieces here until I get the look that I want. So you're going to see things moving around. I love this turkey that I found thrifting, I think earlier this year, maybe last year. And I really wanted to use it now. I sometimes pull out the turkeys like later in October or November, but I hardly honestly decorate for Thanksgiving because I move right into Christmas decor right after Halloween. So I just thought it looked really fall-y too. And I love it here. It's so pretty, but just moving things around until I get the look I want. And I didn't want to look at pictures of how I had it decorated before because I really wanted to change it up. So sometimes I'm a creature of habit. If I knew what it looked like before, then I'm just going to kind of go with that. But I wanted to play around and have fun and kind of restyle the space with a lot of the fall scrap pieces that I love and have. So I'm just playing around, but I also wanted to add in a little bit of fall too. So here come in those brown pumpkins that, again, I was so unsure I wanted to use, but I love those pumpkins and they're perfect for my home. And then up here I was playing around too. And then I just added some little plates on some plate stands too. Added in some of my wooden bowls, which just really, I feel like, ground this space too. This used to be a cabinet, had doors. I just took the doors off. I've considered painting this, but honestly, I'm afraid if I paint and then I want to at some point add the doors back on, you know, then this is the painted cabinet where everything else, you know, other cabinets in the kitchen are not painted. So that's why I've not painted it. I've thought about maybe even adding some removable wallpaper in this space too. But this was something that I didn't know was going to last, this open shelving. And now I've had it like this for a few years and I love it. I love styling it. I love the way it looks here in the kitchen. So maybe one day I'll add some like removable wallpaper or something just to kind of give it a background so it doesn't look like, you know, that. But I think it still looks really pretty. And then again, adding that turkey, I love that here. We have our microwave and our nugget ice machine underneath here, so it's kind of tucked in the kitchen, but it's just a really pretty space too. And then I'm taking some of these other fall scrap pieces and just adding them in my pie safe, which I have here tucked in the corner. And you know, so it's hard to see. I keep the door closed so you really don't see much, so I'm just tucking in some few pieces, and those white pieces really pop when I close the door, and then just a little pop of fall in that too. I love my pie safe here. I loved it how it looks here tucked in the kitchen the corner of the kitchen. And then in this crock, I'm just going to switch it up for some more fall stems. And I love these stems. Again, shopping the table that I have in the dining room with all my fall things. These were on the table. I love these stems. I actually wish I had more of them because they're so pretty, especially in a crock. Then adding a little basket. I love using baskets, as you know, they add such great texture. Now this basket has those pears that I showed you in my kitchen update video, and those are perfect for fall. They are from Hobby Lobby. I had those, but I just added them to a basket. And then over here, I'm adding another one of my favorite fall candles. This one is apple butter, you guys. It smells amazing. I've used it for years, and I'm just using a pewter charger to place it on. Just again, keeping it very simple, subtle touches, but making it feel so fall-y. Look at how pretty that is. It's just not overdone. I just love the simple touches of fall. Now here in my entryway, here are more of those stems that I was using also in my living room, and I just kind of at first just tossed them in the basket, but they look so pretty there. That wasn't my plan at first, but I love them there. Then added my long neck gourds here on my little chair that I have in my entry. And then on this table, I'm adding just another pumpkin, just little pops of pumpkins, because as you know, if you saw the last video, I have so many pumpkins. So, and that is just such an easy way to bring fall into your home. And this is how my entryway looks. Now I'm looking for a rug in here. I think there are a few little things that I want to add, but just bringing in some simple, subtle touches of fall into my home. I also added a gourd into the basket in the kitchen, which I just love the way that looks too. I love using dried florals throughout my home. I have some dried florals here in this basket on my kitchen table, as well as some dried sweet anise in this basket. I use a lot of dried sweet anise throughout my home. I have a lot of it in my living room, which I didn't switch out because that is perfect for fall too. Just going for a very simple cottage, primitive farmhouse look for fall. And here is a little peek at the dining room. The table is all cleared off with the fall decor. I tucked the rest of it away in a bin in the corner to use. And I also started decorating a little bit in here as well, including on top of the hutch. I love the way this turned out. Now I know in the previous video I was doing a little decorating, but of course I had to change it around, added lots of fall picks and dried sweet anise, of course some pumpkins, and we will continue decorating the space in the next decorating video. Okay guys, that is all for today's video. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun and I hope you got some fall decorating inspo for your home as well. You can also follow me on social media at MotherTime. Check out my blog, mothertime.com, and if you've enjoyed this video and you are not subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to click that subscribe button so you never miss any of these videos. Thanks again guys for hanging out with me here today, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye guys.